Hey everyone, today we're going to do some more things with the distributive property. When we talked about this on Friday, we said that, okay, so like for example right here, if we have 15 times 2 plus 10 in parentheses, you can distribute the 15, spread it evenly with the 2 and the 10. And when you do that, you do 15 times 2, and that's how they got 30. And then 15 times 10, that's how they got 150. And then when they added the two together, they got 180. Okay, that's the same thing as doing this PEMDAS problem a different way. 2 plus 10 is 12. 12 times 15 is 180. So we're going to look at our first example as a word problem to review what we did on Friday. It says, in the first week of their trip, Mason posted 27 photos online and Amelia posted 36 photos online. In the second week, they both tripled the number of photos they posted. How many photos did they post in all? Okay, so not only are we going to find the answer, but I'm going to show you how to set up this problem two different ways using the distributive property. Okay, first of all, we know that Mason posted 27 photos online and Amelia posted 36 photos online. And then if we wanted to find out how many they had together, we would simply just add those. But then it says in the second week, they both tripled the number of photos they posted. How many photos did they post in all? Okay, so we need to add 27 with 36 to find their sum or their total. Then it said they tripled that sum or tripled that total. Tripled means times in by 3. So if I were to set this problem up, it would look like this. It would look like 27 plus, and the reason we're adding because it says in all, 36. And we would want to find that sum first and then triple it to find their total. So if I triple it, it's going to look like that. So it looks like the distributive property. So we have 3 times 27 plus 36. We need these parentheses because we want to find the sum of these two before multiplying by 3. Okay, so if I were to show this problem a different way using distributive property, I would do 3 times 27. So out to the side, I'm going to put 3 times 27 plus, then we distribute the 3 also with 36 by multiplying. So we have 3 times 27 plus 3 times 36. And if you want to, you can put parentheses around this and this if you like. You don't have to, but some people just like to do that to kind of see how the 3 was distributed to both numbers. Okay, so I now have demonstrated this word problem two different ways using distributive property. This is the PEMDAS way. This is the distributive property way. If I were to solve this using PEMDAS, I would do 27 plus 36, which would be 63. And then I would take 63 and multiply it by 3, and I would get 189 photos. Now, just to show you that this math problem is equal to this math problem, I'm going to do this one also. 3 times 27 would be 81, I do believe, 81. Okay, and then 36 times 3 would be 108. Then if I add those two together, I would get 189. So that's how you demonstrate this word problem using this PEMDAS problem. And when you use a distributive property, this problem is also equivalent to this one. Okay, now the new thing we're going to do today is we are going to introduce variables with the distributive property, and it's the same concept. You're still going to be distributing this number or variable, could be a variable, with the first term in here and also with the second term. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, so it says use the distributive property to write the expression a different way. Okay, so this problem here is very similar if we just had something that looked like this. Okay, if I just was using numbers, it would look like this. Then you would do 5 times 9 plus 5 times 7. That's what it would look like if we just had numbers. Okay, but now we're not just using numbers, we have variables as well. So to do this problem, 5x parenthesis 9x plus 7. Okay, so if I were to write this problem a different way using the distributive property, it would look like this. So first you would spread the 5x with the 9x through multiplication, and it would look like this: 5x times 9x. And you can put those over in parentheses if you like to kind of separate the two. Plus, then we got to share or spread the 5x with the 7 also through multiplication. So that's going to be 5x times 7. Okay, it would look like this. Now, this problem here is equal to this problem here. They are equivalent because the distributive property says you can distribute the 5x with the 9x to make 5x times 9x, and you can distribute the 5x with the 7 to make 5x times 7, and then the operation that's inside the parentheses goes in the middle of those two. Now, they're going to expect you to simplify this part. You cannot simplify this part because simply you're not allowed to add 9x with 7. They're not like terms. So this problem here is already simplified, but we can simplify this one. 5x times 9x. Remember, the properties of multiplication says that you're allowed to take two terms and combine them, shove them all together because of multiplication. Now be careful because with addition, like here, you can't put the 7 with the 9x here. But with multiplication, it's different. You're allowed to put everything together. So 5 times 9 is 45. X times x. Remember, repeated multiplication is an exponent, so this would be x to the second power. Plus 5x times 7. Remember, with multiplication, everything's allowed to be shoved together. So 5x times 7 would simply be 35x. There's no exponent here because 7 does not have an x. So it simplifies to 45x squared plus 35x. If you remember your rules of adding terms, you can only combine them if they're like terms. Since 45 and 35 do not have the same endings because they are not like terms, you cannot add them together. This is as far as you can simplify. So this math problem, 5x times 9x plus 7, is equal to this math problem, 5x times 9x plus 5x times 7. And they're also equal to this problem, 45x squared plus 35x. All three of these math problems are equal. Okay, just to show you that one more time, I'm going to do a different example on my paint screen. Let's see, I'm going to do this problem here, 15v and 4 plus 6. Okay, so I have 15v and then 4 plus 6. What I want to do is I want to use the distributive property to create a different math problem, but yet they're going to be equal to this one. Okay, so distributive property says when there's a number outside of parentheses, it means times, and you're allowed to distribute this term with the two terms inside parentheses. So 15v times 4 and once again you can put that in parentheses just to show that you got that from multiplying 15v with 4. Okay, then the plus sign, Okay, here goes in the middle. And then we have to distribute the 15v with the 6, and that would create 15v times 6. Make this better, times sign. There we go. Okay, so this math problem here is equal to this math problem over here because of the distributive property. And we have to learn to recognize that this problem can be rewritten as this problem. Okay, we can simplify this problem a little bit. We can add 4 with 6 since they're both constants. So this problem would just be 10 inside parentheses and then 15v on the outside. And since this is a multiplication problem, 15v times 10, you're allowed to shove everything together. So this would actually simplify. 15 times 10 is 150. And since 10 doesn't have a v, okay, it's just 15v times 10, which would mean 150v. So this problem can be simplified just because you're allowed to add 4 with 6 and they're both constants. Okay, on this side, we can simplify this. Remember, with multiplication, you're allowed to shove everything together. So 15v times 4 would be 60v. 15v times 6, that would be 90v. Now 6 does not have a v. Okay, there's not going to be any exponents. Okay, I'm going to drop down our plus sign in the middle. 60v plus 90v. In our rules of addition, we're allowed to combine these two if they have the same endings when you're adding. And they are like terms, so we can combine them. So 60v plus 90v is 150v. So if you were to see this on the air test and they asked you if this problem was equal to this problem, you would say yes. Or if this math problem simplified to 150v, you would say yes. Okay, or if this math problem simplified to 60v plus 90v, you would say yes. You have to recognize that all this one, this one, this one, this one, all 4 of these math problems are equal to one another. Okay, I have time for one more example, so I'm going to make a new one. Okay, and for this example, let's see, let's go back to the team. We're going to pause it for a minute. Okay, we are back. This is the next example. This is an example of a distributive property. We can distribute the 2p with 10 and 20p squared since it's being multiplied. So this means 2p times 10. And then the next thing is the plus sign. It goes next. And then we have to distribute the 2p with the 20p squared through multiplication. So 2p times 20p squared. And if you want, you can put your parentheses around to show that you distributed the 2p with the 10 and the 20p squared. You notice 2p is in both. Okay, if I were to simplify this first problem, because I know it's equal to this one through the distributive property, let's see if we can simplify this even more. Can we add a 10 with a 20p squared? No, because our rules of addition are really strict. You cannot add 2 things that do not have the same ending. So therefore, this problem right here is as simplified as it's going to get. Over here, we have 2 multiplication problems. With multiplication, you're allowed to shove everything together. So 2p times 10 would be 20p. There's no exponents since 10 does not have a p. And then the next thing, we're going to simplify 2p with 20p squared. So we're going to do 2 times 20, which is 40. Then we have to be careful here. P times p squared. So think about it. P squared means p times p, and we're multiplying it by another p. Therefore, that would be 40p to the 3rd power. And here's the rules about that. If p had an exponent, it would be 1. You have to know it's there. You would just simply add the exponents together to get p to the 3rd power when you're multiplying 2 variables together. That's how that works. Okay, drop down